Well, Randy, come on in here and see if you can score a few more runs.
Well, I'll sure try, Lou. The first man for the Cubs will be the pitcher, Dick Ellsworth. He bunts the first pitch. He's going to beat it out for a base hit. So Dick Ellsworth made a drag bunt that time, and he hit it right down the first base line. The first baseman, Tommy Aaron, came in. The pitcher, LeMaster, came in, and nobody was at first base, and Ellsworth has landed at first base with a base hit. That's the Cubs' fourth hit of the day. As Dick Ellsworth, here comes Hubbs, Kenny Hubbs, who's got a 68 games without making an error. He's just 5 games short of Bobby Doerr's record of the Boston Red Sox, made in 1948. The Crayons are a little anxious here and they want some action. Here's the pitch by the southpaw. A bunt. Here's the paint to second. They don't get anybody. They don't get anybody. As Kenny Hubbs bunted that ball in front of the plate, Denny LeMaster gambled and thought that he could get the man at second, but instead, Ellsworth slid into the dirt and beat the throw of LeMaster, and there is runners on first and at second. So, LeMaster finding himself in a little jam now with... So that'll be a sacrifice by Hubbs and a fielder's choice as Kenny Hubbs bumped that ball in front of the plate, and LeMaster, figuring that he could get Ellsworth, fired that ball to second base. But instead, everybody was safe and they didn't get anybody. Here comes Sano with teammates on first and second, and there is nobody out. The crowd wants some action here. They haven't seen much today. They have only one run in. Here's a bunt in front of the plate. The plane will be at the first. And on the play, Hubbs went to second and Ellsworth went to third. So there are Cub runners on second and third, and that'll go for a sacrifice for the third baseman, Ron Sano, moving the runners to second and third, and there is one out. Magic Kiss, your host today. Hope you're enjoying the ball game. It's all brought to you by Magic Kiss Rug Cleaning. Here comes Landrum stepping into the batter's box. A chance here to bring that batting average up from 301 to possibly 305. On deck is Big George Altman. Here comes Denny LeMaster. He's in a big jam. Here's the pitch. It's down low and outside, ball one. Cub runners on second and third. And there's only one out. Charlie Mitchell wants some action down there at third base. He hasn't seen much today, and here would be a good time to get some. Coach Bobby Adams at first would like some too, and he hasn't seen much. The crowd wants some action here as they're digging their feet into the ground. They want some action as Denny LeMaster winds up. Here's the pitch. It's a bunt. A suicide squeeze. Here's the pick to first. He is out at first. So, Don Landrum bunting that ball in front of the plate, and it's a suicide squeeze, and it works. As Dick Ellsworth brings home the go-ahead run on a suicide squeeze. On the play, Kenny Hubbs went to third, and Dick Ellsworth gives the Cubs the go-ahead run which they needed. And the score is now the Cubs 2 and the Braves 1. That's more how we want it, isn't it? That's the kind of action we like. Here comes George Altman. George has got 21 homers already this year. Can make it 22, and here would be a good spot to do it. With a Cub runner on third, the Cubs ahead 2-1. LeMaster still in a jam. Here's the windup in the pitch. Down just a little low. And it's ball one. Tommy Aaron at first. Frank Bowling at second. Roy McMillan at short. And Eddie Matthews at third. George Altman up there trying to get that another run in and trying to get his first home run of the year. Here's a really good time to do it, George. Here's the windup by LeMaster. The one-ball pitch, strike call. On the inside corner as LeMaster fired that ball in. It's a ball one and a strike one count. And the Cubs first baseman today, George Altman. The right fielder, Aaron, is deep in left center. He's between the 353 mark and the... Here's a line drive! It is good! Home run! George Altman just then hit that ball, and it's going to be a home run. Now they're claiming that it wasn't a home run. They're claiming that it was not a home run. That ball, George Altman, figuring that it was a home run, tried it around. Here's Mitchell. He's really hot. Charlie Mitchell is really hot on the first base umpire. George Altman hit that ball on the screen, and Charlie Mitchell is really burned about that one, along with the Cub fans here at Wrigley Field. Well, according to me, that looked like it hit the screen.
It looked to me like it hit the top of the screen, the top of the piping out there, the top of the railing on the right field catwalk. Altman thought it went on the catwalk for a home run, and they threw him out. He gets credit for a double, but he's thrown out at third base from Hank Aaron to the second baseman to the third baseman. And Kenny Hubbs scored from third on the double, so it's a two-run inning for the Cubs on 2 hits with nobody left on base. And at the end of 6 innings of play, it's now the Cubs 3 and the Milwaukee Braves 1. Buy and save on new brand name rugs and carpets from Magicist Rug Cleaners, own sales divisions. Magicist cleans what Magicist sells, and all rug and carpet purchases from Magicist are guaranteed in writing for wearability and cleanability. Magicist sales rooms are north at 3255 West Fullerton, south at 8533 South State, west at 730 South Cicero. Or shop at home. A Magicist representative will call with samples of carpet, draperies, or slipcovers. Top value stamp certificates with all orders. Call Magicist main office, Estabrook 88600, or see your local phone book. Lou, I'm going to criticize the first base umpire for not indicating whether that ball was a home run or in play.
Well, that's true, Jack. The ball was hit very sharply and hit well out to right field, but it did sink, and it hit right below the yellow top of the screen. Now, anything above yellow is a home run. Anything that hits the yellow or the screen and comes back into the playing field is in play. You are absolutely right that Tom Gorman at first base made no indication as to whether it was safe, in play, or out of this ballpark. And consequently, the argument started.
If he'd have indicated it was in play, then of course Altman would have been a little more cautious and wouldn't have been running around the bases the way he was. Altman thought it was a home run because he thought it went on the catwalk, and Gorman made no indication whether the ball was out of here or whether it was in play. These last 3 innings have been brought to you by Magicist Carpet, Rug, and Furniture Cleaners, dry cleaners of clothing and draperies, and by Magicist Rug, Carpet, and Drapery Sales, always identified by the Kiss Print mark of quality. The Cubs are leading 3-1. We're in the 7th inning now with Joe Torre batting, and this portion of today's game is brought to you by Oak Park Federal Savings, the house that security built, 1001 Lake Street in Oak Park, Illinois. All right, Randy Rosen, here are the Braves with Torre batting. Let's see you get them out.
Well, I sure hope, Jack. Here comes Torre. He's the first batter up. He's got a 1 ball and a strike 2 count as Ellsworth gets a sign. Here's the pitch. It hits his bat and goes into the box seats down the first base line, and it's still a ball 1 and a strike 2 count. Well, I criticized like Jack that the first base umpire, Gorman, was slow, indicating that that wasn't a home run, that it did hit the yellow line. As that Lou indicated, if it goes below the yellow line, it's no home run. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's outside 2-2. Charlie Mitchell, as soon as he saw that it was not a home run and that the third base coach, Eddie Matthew, tagged him out, was about the reddest guy here at the park and was really mad at Gorman. Here's a ground ball right at Rogers. Up with it, and he throws him out. 1 gone. So there's 1 out, and it'll bring up the first baseman, Tommy Aaron, who's taking over the position of Joe Adcock. Tommy Aaron, the brother of Hank, and as I was telling Lou before, if this brother Tommy ever hits like Hank, this Tommy Aaron and Hank Aaron team will be better than the M-Boys from the New York Yankees. Here's the pitch, ball one, up high. Anyway, in the last inning, even though that play that Gorman ruled was not a home run and the Altman was tagged out, the Cubs managed to pick up 2 runs, swing and a foul, going just back of the plate, 1-1. The Cubs got 2 runs anyway in that last inning, and they lead the Braves 3-1 for the end of 6. As we were saying before, Warren Spahn really pitched a dilly of a game yesterday. Going into the 9th inning, got a 1-hitter and managed to shut the Here's a swing and a foul, and managed to only give up 1 run and 3 hits. Here's one that bounced off of a man's hand, and a little kid picked it up, and it's 1-2 now. Nice catch by the customer. 1-2. It's 3-1, fans, here at Milwaukee, as Dick Ellsworth gets a sign. Hope you're enjoying today's game. It's a dilly. 1-2. Good game here at Wrigley Field. It's starting to get a little cloudy here at Wrigley Field today. In about the 3rd inning, it started to rain here, and most of the people fled to where they could get under protection. Now it's still a little cloudy, but there is no rain at all. On deck waiting to bat is Frank Bowling with 1 out. Here comes the pitch. It's way outside, gets away from the catcher, and it's a ball 2 and a strike 2 count. Kenny Hobbs, as we said before, only 5 games short of Bobby Doerr's record, and only 47 chances left to go of tying Doerr's record of 414 chances. Swinging a long drive. This ball is a fair foul. It's a fair ball. Here's Aaron. He's rounding second, as the third base coach Adair holds Aaron up at second. We cannot tell whether that was a fair ball or not, because our vision, we cannot see that ball when it goes down the left field line. And the reason I said fair or foul was because down the left field line, we cannot see whether it's a fair or foul ball. It's a fair ball, and Aaron is on second base. Here comes Bowling, who was hurt most of the year, and we're glad to see he's back in the Brave lineup. There's still only 1 out, and the Braves have the tying run at the plate. Frank Bowling swinging a ground ball. Rogers over, and he gets his man into the dirt, and he gets him. So Rogers had to go over to his left about 2 steps, picked it up, threw it to first. Altman made a nice stretch for it, and it's 2 outs. And we'll see if the pitcher's going to bat. No, it looks like a pinch. It's going to be Ecker. Ecker's going to bat for the pitcher, LeMaster. LeMaster, who pitched 6 innings, is being lifted here for a pinch hitter by manager Bertie Tebbets. And the batter will be Uecker. Uecker. Uecker will be batting for the pitcher. Bob Uecker, number 8, will be batting for the pitcher. And what's some of the stories about him, Jeff?
Well, actually, with fellas like Crandall and Torrey in front of him, Randy, there's not much of a story. He's sort of lost in the shuffle with those 2 great receivers in front of him. He doesn't catch a whole lot.
Here comes Uecker, as Ellsworth gets his sign. Number 8 on the back of his uniform, just a little low and outside, ball 1. Man on second, Uecker, the tying run at the plate, and if he can get a hold of one, this game will be all tied up. The Cubs bullpen, Bob Anderson is warming up, and Dave Gerard. Here's the pitch. Oh! Sudo was just about ready to raise that right hand, but he put it down in time, and it's ball 2 on the Milwaukee Brave pinch hitter, who hasn't seen much business because of the fine Milwaukee Brave catching he's gotten this year, with Torres and Crandall, and manager Bernie Tebbs doesn't have much trouble with this catching staff. They have 3 great catchers. Swing and a foul. Hits the catcher's shin guards and bounces in front of the plate, 2-1. Bernie Tebbs, one thing, doesn't have to worry about catching. He's got 3 good catchers. And Dal Crandall, Joe Torres, and Bob Euchre. 3 fine catchers. Milwaukee, who has been very tough at home. They've won 40 games and they've lost 24. They haven't had too much luck on the road. They've won 30 and they've lost 36. The paid attendance today, 16,351, 16351. There's ball 3, 3-1. Ellsworth in a little jam here with 2 outs. And a man on second base, and the batter is pinch hitter Bob Euchre, batting for the pitcher LeMaster. And this guy is this guy's a tying run at the plate. Strike 2. He went for a curveball, 3-2. Lou Burdett is warming up in the Brave pit bullpen, and he'll be the new pitcher when the Cubs bat in the last of the 7th inning. So Lou Burdett, number 33 in the Brave bullpen. Lou pitched Friday in the opener, and he'll be seeing action in the last of the 7th. Right here, it's a ball 3 and a strike 2 count. Bob Euchre with a man on second and 2 outs. Swing a ground ball down the third baseline, 3-2. So this is the rubber game of the series, with the Cubs winning Friday 7-2, behind real good pitching by Bob Buell. He's 10-9 now, beating his former teammates. And yesterday was just the opposite, 10-1 Braves over Cubs. Ground ball, fair ball. Here's the peg to first. They say it's a foul ball. It's a foul ball, as the third base umpire was a little slow of saying it's a foul. Here comes Euchre back to the plate. He's got a 3-2 count on him. Bob Anderson and Dave Gerard warming up in the Cub bullpen. Lou Burdett warming up in the Brave bullpen. A 3-2 pitch on Bob Euchre with a man on second base. This is WGN Radio, first in sound, first in service, first in sports. Heard in more automobiles and homes each day in mid-America. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul going back to the plate. It's still a ball 3 and a strike 2 count on Milwaukee Brave pinch hitter Bob Euchre. San Francisco, going into the 8th inning, has a 7-4 lead over Philadelphia. The Cardinals tied it up in the last of the 6th. It's now 4-4. The Los Angeles Dodgers 5-1 over the Mets, and Houston 2-1. Strike 3 call. He struck him out. So Euchre went for a fastball, and Ellsworth gets out of a jam here, and in the inning, it's no runs, 1 hit, a line double by Aaron. No errors, and there's 1 left. Fans, at the end of the first half of the 7th, it's the Cubs 3, the Braves 1.